Picture this. In a world obsessed with instant streaming, there's something eternally thrilling about holding a tangible slice of terror in your hands. Physical media isn't just convenient, it's a forever commitment to the chills that define horror fandom. And November 2025 is shaping up to be an absolute feast for collectors, with 5 spine-tingling releases that promise to haunt your shelves for years to come. But here's where it gets controversial. Is clinging to DVDs and Blu-rays in the digital age a nostalgic relic, or the smart choice for true horror aficionados? Dive in, and you might just find yourself questioning the fleeting nature of online watches versus the lasting ownership of physical copies. Let's kick things off with the Shudder 10th Anniversary Collection, hitting shelves on November 11th. This collector's edition Blu-ray digipack is a loving nod to a decade of Shudder's reign as the go-to platform for genre enthusiasts, bundling 10 of its most iconic films into one must-own set. For beginners dipping into indie horror, Shudder has been a game-changer by spotlighting fresh voices and unsettling stories that big studios often overlook. Think of it as a curated gateway to films that push boundaries without the Hollywood polish. The lineup includes Terrified from 2017, a supernatural tale of a community plagued by ghostly forces, the Mortuary collection from 2019, a series of interwoven horror yarns, The Dark and the Wicked from 2020, exploring familial dread in a rural nightmare, Host from 2020, a lockdown thriller reimagined in the Zoom era, Mad God from 2021, an avant-garde descent into hellish realms, VHS 94 from 2021, a found-footage anthology with retro vibes, Caveat from 2022, a psychological trap in a remote mansion, Skinamarink from 2022, a minimalist childhood terror that haunts with subtlety, Late Night with the Devil from 2023, a 70s talk show gone wrong, and In a Violent Nature from 2024, a slasher homage with a twist of nature's cruelty. Each film comes loaded with special features to deepen your immersion, helping newcomers understand the craft behind the scares. For the Mortuary collection, you'll get an audio commentary track by its writer-director Ryan Spindell, plus 14 detailed making-of segments that break down everything from directing and cinematography to costumes, locations, and even stunts. Perfect for aspiring filmmakers wanting to peek behind the curtain. The Dark and the Wicked offers a Fantasia Festival Q&A with lead actors Murren Ireland and Michael Abbott Jr., giving fans a chance to hear about the emotional toll of portraying such intense family dynamics. Host includes behind-the-scenes footage, a podcast episode featuring writer-director Rob Savage and writer Jed Shepard, and even a virtual séance with the cast and crew, which adds a fun, interactive layer for those new to the genre's communal storytelling. Mad God boasts audio commentaries by its creator Phil Tippett and legendary filmmaker Guillermo del Toro, an interview with Tippett, a making-of documentary by Maya Tippett, explorations of influences, and deleted scenes. It's like a masterclass in stop-motion terror. VHS 94 delivers commentaries hosted by the Boo Crew podcast, behind-the-scenes looks, a Comic Con panel, special effects breakdowns, and even a full-length commercial for a fictional product called Veggie Masher, plus a photo gallery. Caveat features audio tracks from its writer-director Damien McCarthy and producers, along with storyboards that reveal the meticulous planning of its twists. Skinamarink has a commentary by director Kyle Edward Ball and cinematographer Jamie McRae, plus the original trailer to set the eerie mood. Late Night with the Devil includes commentary from actor David Dastmalchian, behind-the-scenes docs, a Q&A with directors Colin and Cameron Cairns, and a live Monster Shock Theatre session. Finally, In a Violent Nature wraps up with production and cast commentaries, a technical track, and storyboard galleries of the kills, complete with 7 themed sections for gore enthusiasts. And this is the part most people miss. These extras aren't just fluff, they transform a purchase into an educational experience, showing how horror evolves from script to screen. But is it worth the extra cost when streaming offers instant access? Some argue physical editions foster a deeper connection, while others see them as outdated. What do you think? Does owning these treasures justify the hype? Shifting gears to another anniversary gem, The Descent celebrates its 20th year with a SteelBook 4K Ultra HD release plus digital access, dropping on November 11th exclusively through Lionsgate Limited. This isn't just a reissue, it's a high-definition resurrection of Neil Marshall's 2005 British horror classic, which redefined cave-dwelling terror with its claustrophobic intensity. For those unfamiliar, the story follows 6 adventurous women, Shauna MacDonald, Natalie Mendoza, Alex Reed, Saskia Mulder, Nora Jane Noone, and Mayanna Burning, who venture into the Appalachian Mountains for a spelunking expedition turned deadly. A sudden rockfall seals their fate, trapping them underground where ancient predators lurk, blurring the line between survival horror and primal fear. It's a film that masterfully builds tension through isolation and the unknown, influencing countless thrillers since. Now, both the theatrical cut, 99 minutes, and unrated version, 100 minutes, come in stunning 4K with Dolby Vision and 7.1 DTS HD master audio, making every echo and shadow pop. The special features are a treasure trove for fans and novices alike, audio commentaries from Marshall alongside key actors and crew, plus a separate track with the director, producer Christian Colson, editor John Harrison, and more. New additions include What Lies Beneath, re-exploring the descent, a fresh analysis of its themes, and Poetic Pain, the film score, dissecting the music's role in heightening suspense. Classics like The Descent, Beneath the Scenes, outtakes, deleted scenes, an interview with Marshall, and documentaries on caving techniques, actor performances, effects, and set design round it out, with storyboards and trailers for good measure. New SteelBook artwork by Matt Ryan Tobin adds collectible flair. This release begs the question, in an era of remakes, does revisiting originals like this keep the genre alive, or does it risk diluting the impact? Fans might debate if the 4K upgrade truly enhances the original's raw power. Sticking with November 11th, Creepshow, the complete series arrives as a comprehensive Blu-ray box set via Shudder, packaged in individual digibooks for each season inside a flashy lenticular case, accompanied by a booklet of comic art. This anthology series, helmed by showrunner Greg Nicotero, famous from The Walking Dead, pays homage to George A. Romero and Stephen King's 1982 film, delivering 23 episodes plus 2 specials, a Creepshow animated special and a Creepshow holiday special. For horror newbies, anthologies like this are ideal entry points, offering bite-sized tales that vary in tone and terror, from gory to psychological, without committing to a full movie. Directors include horror heavyweights like Tom Savini, David Bruckner, Joe Lynch, Rusty Cundiff, John Harrison, Rob Schrab, and Roxanne Benjamin, ensuring a mix of styles and scares. Extras from each season's prior releases are bundled here, cast and crew interviews that reveal the creative process, behind-the-scenes footage and featurettes showing the making of effects and sets, photo galleries capturing the eerie atmosphere, and that comic-inspired booklet for visual fans. It's a complete package that honors the episodic format's charm. But here's the controversy. With streaming dominating, does compiling a full series on physical media make it more special, or is it just for diehards? Imagine debating whether short-form horror like Creepshow segments hold up better than feature films. Food for thought. Moving to November 25th, The Conjuring, Last Rites lands on SteelBook 4K Ultra HD, Blu-ray, and DVD through Warner Bros., marking the 9th chapter in the franchise crafted by James Wan and Peter Safran. This installment shattered records with a $194 million global opening, ranking among the top horror debuts ever, a testament to the Warrens' enduring appeal for paranormal buffs. Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson reprise their roles as real-life investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren, tackling the Smurl family haunting, a chilling true story of demonic possession and familial turmoil. Director Michael Chavez, with a script from Ian Goldberg, Richard Naying, and David Leslie Johnson McGoldrick, weaves a tale of final exorcisms, supported by a cast including Mia Tomlinson, Ben Hardy, Steve Coulter, Rebecca Calder, Elliot Cohen, Keela Lord Cassidy, Bo Gadsden, John Brotherton, and Shannon Kook. Special features include Last Rites, An Era Ends, a featurette on wrapping the saga, The Conjuring, crafting scares, exploring the franchise's scare techniques, and Michael Chavez, Believer, delving into the director's faith in the supernatural. For beginners, this series demystifies exorcism horror by grounding it in alleged real events, though skeptics might question the ethics of profiting from people's traumas. And this is the part most people miss. Does basing films on true hauntings cross into exploitation, or does it honor the victims? It's a divisive topic. Share your take on whether franchises like this elevate or sensationalize horror. Finally, also on November 25th, The Long Walk debuts on SteelBook 4K Ultra HD, Blu-ray, and DVD via Lionsgate, adapting Stephen King's debut novel under Francis Lawrence's direction from J.